Good afternoon and welcome to Real Talk with Tamra. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on today. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those good things to help the video. I appreciate all of the subscribers, all of the new people, the spectators, the haters, the everything, child. Just hit that like button, okay, for a sister. All right. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can definitely donate via Cash App or hit the thanks button at the bottom of the screen. Okay. I wanted to talk about Stupid Duke and moneybaggyo. And I was on live maybe the early part of this year, last year or something. And, we had been hearing about the beef with Stupid Duke and moneybaggyo. And I always felt like, you know, um, I think it in the beginning it kind of stemmed from Big Newski. Um, with Big Newski was killed. I believe it was maybe Big Newski was killed last year or the year before last or something. It was shortly after Young Dolph. Okay, Young Dolph was in 21, so Newski must have been in 22. Okay, and from my understanding, he was killed at the King's Gate. This is an area in Whitehaven on Mill Branch that they always hang in. And I remember growing up, the King's Gates has had so many names. I think it has a different names now. It just the King's Gate just stuck, right? But when I was growing up, it was called the Windsors. Okay, that's when they first built them. They were really nice apartments. Um, and then they closed down and opened them back up, child. Some things just need to stay closed. Okay. And what was so weird to me is with Big Newski, I know how the King's Gates is structured, like they're the streets and as it relates to the parking in those apartments is narrow. You can't just go back there and spin the block and come back out. Most people don't go back there now unless they live back there, unless they know people back there. Just regular people don't go back there anymore, okay? Because I ain't going. And so, they have a security, which is weird because, uh, they got security and I guess it's a good thing he just go ahead get out the way, child. He probably just be trying to get in out the weather, okay? And so, but Big Newski was killed. Unfortunately, rest in peace to him. I didn't know Big Newski, but I definitely hate to see a young man. I think he was in his 20s lose their life, right? And so, um, you know, I believe, and I don't know if this is true, but this is what I heard. Stupid Duke, okay? Rather Stupid Duke had anything to do with it or not, I don't know about that because I know one of the officers that made the scene, and this is when it first happened. Okay, one of the officers that work at the Rains precinct. Okay, and what he said to me was, it looks more than likely somebody he knows did it. Okay, and I think and I mean, the investigation had not started. That was just a patrolman that works for the Rains precinct that made the scene. Okay, and I think the reason he came to that conclusion at that point, before it was the investigation even started, was because only people that's familiar and lives over there that is familiar with the King's Gate hang out in the King's Gate. Ain't nobody gonna go and sit and wait no car for nobody to pull up over there. Okay, they might go sit over across the street at the gas station. Okay, but they ain't gonna go sit back there. Okay, so I think that's why he came to that conclusion. But there started being rumors, and I think because they were beefing and things of that nature, they they thought that Stupid Duke had something to do with it. But I think Stupid Duke said he had nothing to do with it. He was not even in Memphis. That was the word when that happened. And so, of course, they were into it. They was going back and forwards about that. And what's so weird to me is that I remember when Newski was killed. Now, I know that Big 30, I do believe that Big 30 was hurt. I watched him and I believe it pierced his soul. Now, a lot of people say that Newski is his cousin, his blood cousin, and he could have been Big 30's cousin because Big 30 was very hurt about Newski. Moneybag Yo, on the other hand, I pay close attention to people. Now, the word on the street is that Newski was Moneybag Yo's hitter or something like that. I don't know because I don't know Newski, so I have to say allegedly, and I don't want to disrespect the young man in his death. Okay, but I watch Moneybag Yo, okay, and I started paying close attention, and that's the reason why I know that Big 30 was hurt. Big 30 was very hurt and heartbroken. But Moneybag Yo, on the other hand, I watched him and I watched the post that he put up, and it took him a minute, and then he put up a post, and then um, he started putting up videos of him flossing and looking at buying airplanes and things of that nature. And I remember people posting in his chat, you don't, they was telling him, your nigga just died. You know what, because he didn't seem to be messed up. And then that's when he started posting heartbreaking stuff about Newski because he realized, I believe, that people was watching him. I'm not saying he didn't care about Newski, but people are only loyal to you as far as their need is for you. When they no longer need you, I mean, their loyalty kind of ends. Okay. I believe he had Newski around him for a reason. But I believe that he might have cared about him to an extent, but that was it because I watched the posts and stuff. Okay. And then so I you heard rumors in the street about what just on YouTube, and then I guess on YouTube because I don't be out in the street. Okay, you heard rumors on YouTube about what could have possibly happened to Newski, and one thing that I do know is that people on the street, they know, they kind of know what happens, right? And so and a lot of them lie too. Okay, and so then you know people were going back and forwards, and it was put into the atmosphere that they felt like Stupid Duke had something to do with it. Although Stupid Duke said he was not even in the Memphis area, so he couldn't have had anything. He could not have done that, right? Um, and so then someone comes into my chat, and they tell me about a lady that was killed. Okay, a mother, and I'm getting ready to see if I can pull it up. Okay, hold on. Okay, and this happened, I believe, in 2022. Okay, this happened in 2022. A young lady was shot with her children in the car. Okay, and I want to pull up the right thing. I believe this is it. Okay, that happened at Tuklahoma. And it says, my sister was getting shot and I didn't know it until a bullet grazed me, Jonisha said. I do believe that this is it. Okay. The painful memory of losing his sister to a senseless act of violence hasn't gotten any easier. I do believe that this is her. I'm going to show this just in case, okay? Because I'm almost sure, okay, but we get ready to see. Okay, and I'm talking about this for a reason because I got a message. Okay, I got a message because as I was riding today, um, I know people say she always got messages. It's my damn page. I can say what I want to. Okay. I think this is it. Hold on.
612 right now. A woman shot and killed in front of her little sister and young cousin. And this morning, police are in Hunt Monday.
No, she said little sister and young cousin. So maybe that's not her. I do know that this girl was killed at, it happened last year. Um, I can't find it, but I remember somebody coming into my chat. I went right to it. It happened it happened last year. Yeah, it did. Okay. And I can't pull it up. I do believe it was at Tuklahoma. Um, that could be it right there. I believe that is it. I believe that is the story. It says police are still searching for the killer of a woman who was shot and killed in front of her little sister and young cousin. No, I don't think that's it, because I think she was shot and killed in front of her children. And so the rumor is that was Stupid Duke's baby's mother. I don't know if that's the situation. I hate looking for stuff when I'm online with you all, because I should have thought about it before and had it pulled up, because I remember pulling it up before. And her kids were in the car, and of course that young mother lost her life. Now, with all the street stuff that goes on, and I'll have to say allegedly, because I don't know, and the rumor is that Stupid Duke's baby's mother was killed while she was driving in front of her kids, because that was get back, allegedly, for Stupid Duke, you know, making fun of, or whatever they thought he was doing as it relates, or disrespecting Newski. Um, but I got to thinking about that, and I think it's a darn shame before God if this is true, that somebody at Moneybag status. Moneybag Yo has a lot of followers. I Moneybag has good music. I can't hate on Moneybag. Moneybag is talented. But for somebody, if this is true, to think that Get Back, okay, is taking out a woman, okay, a woman in front of her babies. And see, it goes back to, and Dirk been on my mind too. I'm gonna talk about that on another situation. Okay. But I think about stuff like that, and there is nothing more evil, nothing more bitch assness, fuck niggerish, than a man feeling like Get Back is taking out a woman that was driving in the car with her children. Okay. This is what they use their money to do: take mothers away from their children because they mad at somebody else. And we still glorify them. That right there should have ruined his career. Okay. If this is true. But I think it's a shame before God, and it's sad, because people go, well, why Stupid Duke? And I'm not saying that everything Stupid Duke has done is right, but I believe Stupid Duke would have preferred. Okay, because it seems like to me, if you shoot a woman while she's driving with her kids in the car, that means you was trying to kill everything in there, to include the kids. And this is what we pay to see. This is what we allow our children to support and stream. Okay, so I think that is crazy. And I'll have to say allegedly. Okay, I would hope that it's not true, but something in my spirit tells me that it sure got a lot of merit. And so I think about when Moneybag Yo had put on his Instagram probably about a year ago, over a year ago, that he was starting a nonprofit. Okay, and the nonprofit was going to be geared at helping children who have lost their parents. So Moneybag Yo ended up losing his baby's mother. I don't know the circumstances surrounding it. I hadn't looked into it. I ain't asked nobody about it. I never did. I don't see when it comes to children losing their mothers and stuff, especially their mothers. I don't know. It's something about that. I've never understood how people can take a mother from their children. Okay. Um, but the only I hated that it seemed real weird. But I hated that. Rest in peace to the young lady. There's a child that does not have a mother. Um, Even if they got money back, it's still they don't have their mother. Okay, that has carried them and nurtured them, right? And so he posted that, and sometimes, and then you heard nothing else about it. And so sometimes I wonder. I got to thinking about, was he trolling? Was he trolling because the word on the street allegedly is that they took a woman, Stupid Duke's baby's mother, from her children, okay, while she was driving right in front of her kids. And so you have to think about if this is true. And I'm saying allegedly because I don't know if it's true or not. That's just the word on the street. Okay. I will hope that it's not. But my spirit tells me something else. Okay. But my message is it's a darn shame before God that stuff like this is glorified, right? That it is okay what Stupid Duke had, people conjure up stuff in their minds, right? To try and rationalize um why somebody did something. Well, Stupid Duke, I don't, not to say that it's right, but if Stupid Duke had trolled, somebody, he had said something about somebody, that still does not give anybody else the right to go and shoot somebody's baby's mother in front of her children. Okay. Most men, this is the reason why I know a lot of these gangsters on some bitch ass stuff. They ain't no gangsters, they a bunch of bitches. Okay. Because no real man is going to use a woman and her children as casualty. They'll lay on that man, they'll lay on one of them dudes around him, but they ain't get ready to touch the women and the children because that's what the real gangsters about. They don't touch no women and no children. Okay, because number one, if they do, I remember back in the day, they was gonna be dealt with. Okay, he wouldn't have been able to go to Nail City. But this right here has been kept kind of quiet, and so when people say, "Well, was Stupid Duke just messing with Moneybag Yo because he jealous of him?" No, I don't think Stupid Duke jealous of Moneybag. If this has any merit to it, then if this had, because Moneybag then I believe he cared about Newski, but you know I believe he cared about him, and that's all. Okay. Um, but when you start talking about taking somebody's, when people say, "What Stupid Duke jealous of Moneybag?" No, he ain't jealous of him. If this is true, okay, then Moneybag Yo, Stupid Duke, this right here ain't gonna never end because you've made some children, some orphans, and I don't even want to say it like, because they're not orphans because they have him, but you have made them motherless, right? You've made them motherless. Okay, and even with all the love they might have around them with their father, and I'm sure they got relatives that nurture and love them, you know, they still, their mother is not there. Okay, that can never be replaced, not even with a stepmother that loves them to life. It's still not the same, right? And so, if this is true, I feel like it's never going to end well, because Stupid Duke is going to be looking to always get his lick back if this is true. Because I believe with most men, Stupid Duke probably would have rather he popped laid on him and popped him. That's what any other real man would have did. I'm gonna pop that nigga. There go his baby mama. No, we ain't, we don't, we real men. We ain't dick in the booty men. We real men. We don't deal with the women and the children. Cause I don't want nobody to do this to my children. Okay, because anybody, that's the reason why I know if he did this, he's a barbaric soul. I be looking at his eyes and they look real cold. Okay. Um, I know he got to get his payback, and that's why I said we have to be very meticulous about who we support, because nobody that is capable of doing this or has done something of this nature should be an entertainer. You know why they shouldn't be? Because nobody should be supporting them, right? But they say this is the very reason that Stupid Duke is determined to get money back. You think about it, the beef would never be squashed. It could never be squashed. Okay, never. As far as if he was mad at Stupid Duke because he felt like Stupid Duke had disrespected Newski in his death, as men, maybe later on, because they used to be cool, I'm told. Later on down the line, they probably could have talked about that. That man could have said, you know what, I apologize for that. That was just wrong. That was fucked up to talk about Newski and his death. That was disrespectful. I apologize to you as a man. Okay, those words hurt, but that was fucked up. I apologize. Them two men could have talked about that. But when you go and you take out a mother in front of her kids while she driving, suppose the car had flipped over, that would have took everybody out. Okay? It ain't no coming back from that. And that's why I say, even me as a person that likes peace, okay? It ain't no coming back from that. It ain't. Okay? Because every time he looks at his children, he got to he has to, as much love as he may give them, he got to look at them and see that they are motherless because of some evil. That's evil. Oh, that's evil. Okay, but that's the word. That's the word. I hope that it is not true. God up in heavens knows that I hope that it's not true. But somebody shot her. Somebody shot her. Who it was, I don't know, but somebody did. Whoever it was, they were some low down MFs. Okay. Um, but is this the reason, that Stupid Duke is determined to get him? That's the word on the street. I could only hope that it's not true, but I would hope that when Moneybag said that he was going to help start a nonprofit to help kids who lost parents, that he was not trolling, because the first thing to do to help kids that have parents is not to be putting hits on the kids' parents, not using the money that you've been blessed with through the community that has supported you to send destruction back to the community, as I have always said from the very beginning. you know that's one way to do it, because anything else is just pure air, hot ass air, clout chasing, and a publicity stunt. And that's what it looks like it was, because not a damn thing has happened as far as I can see. Okay. But I just had to talk about that. I had a message in there, but rest in peace to the young lady, you know. And I didn't. I don't. His kids are not orphans. Okay, his kids are not orphans, but they was left without a mother. Okay, they are motherless at this point because somebody took their mother away. That's evil. That's evil on a whole nother level. When did men become, some of these men that's call themselves gangsters become such bitches? They don't men kill no women. They don't use women as casualty. Use a bitch. Use a fuck nigga. Okay? Anybody that do something like that. And I get in my feelings because it's a darn shame before God. This is what they teach these dudes, y'all. We have to be very careful about who we support. We have to be very careful about who we support, because it's a lot of people that's got a lot of evilness in them. And I know a lot of people, and I know some people might get ready to get mad at me. Okay. Um, I watch people. Okay, I do. And I watch Moneybag. Moneybag has a very much laid back personality. Okay, he's very laid back. I would hope that he did not do this. That's why I say allegedly. Okay. Um, but money bag is probably one of the ones that you have to watch. Black youngster, and I'm comparing the two, is ignorant. Okay, but at Black youngster, it seems to me, that he needs acceptance, and that can be dangerous. Okay. Black youngster is restless, because he knows a lot of things that he did is not right, and there has to be some retribution. But I watched some of the other ones that I know that they was involved, and they don't have souls. Okay, if they ain't tortured, it's because they ain't got no souls. And it's easy for them to act like they ain't did nothing. Folks say they ain't bothered, that because they ain't bothered, even though they know they had some type of involvement. Okay. It ain't the fool that do all the barking that you really need to pay attention to. It's the one that ain't doing all the barking. That's real soulless if you look into their eyes. You look into Black youngster's eyes. Black youngster is hurt and he's tortured. Okay. Moneybagyo is cold. He's cold blooded. Okay. He's cold blooded. Okay. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. That's in my opinion. Okay. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. And this is all my opinion. Everything was allegedly, and it's word on the street. I hope it's not true. I hope that it's not true, but that's just the word in the streets. Okay. I hope that it's not true. Okay. I would hate to believe that. Okay. I would, anyways. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. I want you guys to know that I love you. I'll speak with you later.